A report out today finds former MetroHealth CEO Akram did not commit a crime when he paid himself almost $2 million in bonuses 2 years ago. Metro's board fired Boutros, who today told 3 News he now expects to get that money back and more. We'll bring you a portion of that exclusive interview with Boutros in just a moment. But first, our senior health correspondent, Monica Robbins, brings us up to speed.
During his 10 years at the helm, Dr. Akram Boutros transformed MetroHealth and its part of the West 25th Street corridor into a modern medical center. No one can deny his accomplishments. He announced his plans to retire in November of 21, and the search began for a new CEO. During the search, a more detailed review of Boutros' compensation discovered $2.1 million in additional supplemental bonuses over a 5-year period that the MetroHealth board says were unauthorized. When confronted with the findings, Boutros repaid the money with interest and reported himself to the State Ethics Board, insisting the entire time he did nothing wrong. In December of 2022, the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office asked the Ohio Auditor of State to conduct a special criminal investigation into the allegations against Boutros. It took 22 months to complete. It all came down to his contract. Boutros claimed he interpreted his contract entitled him to receive all benefits available to senior executives, including all supplemental performance-based variable compensation bonuses. The state auditor found that any ambiguities in contract language is interpreted in favor of the party which did not draft the contract. Therefore, Dr. Boutros was not unreasonable in his interpretation of contract language. Remember, the purpose of the special audit was to assist the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office in determining if Boutros committed a crime. They found even if Boutros' interpretation of his contract was incorrect, the state would not be able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he obtained the funds from MetroHealth by deception. Therefore, Boutros' interpretation and thus his actions were not unreasonable and therefore not criminal. Now, since the discovery, MetroHealth did put safeguards in place to prevent a situation like this from happening again. The MetroHealth CEO's bonus must now be the subject of a separate Board of Trustees resolution and will be audited to assure compliance. The compensation consultants must now verify details of the CEO pay and benefits with MetroHealth Human Resources rather than relying on data provided by the CEO alone. And the board will receive actual payroll data for all senior executives at least once annually. Russ?
Okay, Monica Robbins in the newsroom. Thank you. MetroHealth's Board of Trustees released this statement today saying, quote, while the auditor's report does not find sufficient evidence to support a criminal referral, the report is clear on several key facts, including Dr. Boutros did not share the development and management of the program directly with the board. The auditor was unable to identify any supporting documentation for overt authorization by the board for Dr. Boutros' participation in the bonus program. When confronted with the payment of the unauthorized bonuses, Dr. Boutros repaid those bonuses back, including interest, at a total of $2.1 million. It goes on to say these facts make it clear that the board acted properly in terminating Dr. Boutros for cause and recouping millions of dollars in unauthorized bonus payments, end quote. This afternoon, I sat down with Dr. Boutros, who called the auditor's findings a total victory for him, and I asked him about Metro's response to the report.
I'm absolutely befuddled by their response. I've been on a lot of boards. As a fiduciary, this is exactly what you want the report to say. There were no criminal activities at your organization. That is a moment when you should be celebrating as a board that nothing happened. They're not doing that. They're doubling down and saying that something still was wrong. That, to me, is not people fulfilling their fiduciary responsibility. It's people worried about their reputation, their individual reputation. MetroHealth needs to come first.
You paid back this $2.1 million to the board. Is it your expectation now that you will receive that back?
It's my expectation that I will receive that back. Our expectation that I will receive back the money that they took from my retirement account, over $1 million they took from my retirement account. There are other contractual obligations that they have. They've caused me irreparable harm. Look, my reputation got destroyed. I am unable to earn a living. And my doctors have told me that the amount of stress I have been under is what triggered my cancer. So you know, it was a trifecta: reputation, livelihood, and health.
Boutros also said he will file a defamation suit against Metro, but is hoping that case never goes to court. We'll have more on that tonight at 7 o'clock and 11 o'clock. And you can watch the full exclusive interview on our website, WKYC.com, and on YouTube.